Welcome back, everyone, to the Final Fantasy Compendium, where today we're going to be going over the best jobs for every character in Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. It offers a really unique job system where you get to choose two classes, and the question is really what two should go together for the best compatibility. We're going to start with Vaan today. I use him down as a knight and a Bushido. This really gives him a lot of frontline capabilities, and depending on which espers, you also have access to magic, like Karaja and Asuna, a good number of techniques. So overall, just a pretty flexible character, good for emergencies, good frontline damage, decent HP. Overall, not a bad choice. Next up, we have a pretty interesting combo. Balthier with the Uhlan and Time Battlemage. So it gives him a pretty wide range of weapons. And I really like the two-handed method, so he could also attack flying creatures. He does have access to magics, Blizzara, Thera, and Thundara, I believe. He can use these on weakened characters, which is really nice. Also, his time magic, including his haste. Gives him the only person to have access to haste in the game. And does pretty great damage, pretty great utility, ton of abilities, techniques. So overall, he's good when you are pairing him with Fran and Vaan. Next up, we have Fran, whom I have down as a red battle mage and an archer. This is great because, as a backline caster, having her as the archer mix, she's able to shoot arrows from behind. She has a good amount of magic, good amount of both healing and offensive, to be specific. Still some techniques, Death's Dark's Ardor for damage. And overall, she's a good backliner when you're pairing her with Vaan and Balthier. Next up, we have Basch, Foebreaker Shikari. This really just brings him to a heavy, damage-dealing frontline character with a good chunk of health points. Him at a party with Penelo and Ashe. As I show you the next two, it's essentially your party A. The damage output is insane. So these are my two picks for Basch. Now for Lady Ashe, I have White Mage and Machinist. Very much like Fran using the Archer for a range, Machinist is able to provide that while she's able to still have her White Mage abilities. Then she's also able to use swords for the front line if you want her that way, but she has all this defensive magic, Raja, Rise, some green magic, and still quite a few techniques due to the Machinist. You can really play her in a few different ways when like this, but overall she's a pretty solid choice. The only downfall is not as high of health points, but as a backline healer, not too far off what you would expect. Now last but not least at all is one of my favorite combos is Penelo. For Penelo, we have her as a Black Mage / Monk. You may think that this is just a completely bizarre combo, but there is a perfect reason for it. One, the Black Mage, one of the strongest offensive abilities matched with Penelo's natural stats, provides fantastic damage dealing. You can see me casting Flare repeatedly here. Now the benefit of Monk here is A, you get a massive bonus to health points, and B, you have access to spells like Karaja, so you still have the ability to heal, to do damage, and if you run out of mana points, well, the pole damage is actually pretty substantial, and providing even a back ability to do damage. Overall, great choice. Have her with Basch and an Ashe for a great character setup. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment. And if you have a better job combo, please also respond and let me know. I'll be happy to give it a try. And thank you so much for your time.